fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What fi money in no money, what fi at you in no at you. Covid money miss away in the your little rat you. Use the youth the money waste and bust a man to statue. Say me like a catch you but me God in a figure you. Take the spit of money God and say that is not you. One day the man above end up him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen some a fly well like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% free.
It burn me
Garbage pile of it.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rapper, they down in our fever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the sun man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
Or them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again.
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening, and welcome to the Global Television Group. Me never plan no program for no tonight, so me just out here for mind people business, given the tirade that is popping away in the Jamaica Labour Party. Hey, me did over Granny Sus today and me pick up news. To my community party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all. Debbie Jarvis TV. Good evening, Sharon Bernard. Good evening. Who else is here? Marcia Thomas. Real sweet. Beat and Teach. RJ. Yvonne Riley, Etta James, Jamrack 8766, Colleen Stewart, Gloria Morris, Christina Tyne, me and Google always having problem with my broadcast slide, still giving me the same old hassle. Bernice Nicholson, Sonia Johnson, Canadian Gal, Willie Dunn, Colleen James, Paula Shelley, Empress Deb, Isilda Williams, Violet Watson, Beverly, Shadi Urban Iris, June Plum 26, Shamin Livermore, Evan Bradford, Michelle Lewis Wilson, Maxine Cummins, Patrick Evans, Raymond G, Devontae Dunn, Christine Happiness, Sharon Powell, Starlet Harlett, Janet Riley, Ronnie Henlon, Bros, Janet Riley, Charnel Williams, Echo, Janet Beckford, Carol Robinson. Good evening, everyone. Dean Campbell, how are you? Good evening. Darrett Elliott, Rebel with a Cause. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to those on TikTok. Good evening to Kathy. Who else is here? Mexican, good evening. Errol Jones, good evening, and welcome. As I said, I never planned no program for no tonight in particular. Tash, how are you? Because I was doing some graphics of branding, as you can see, the graphics, some of the graphics behind me change. I was doing some little bit of branding and changing my banners for my YouTube. So, and I was listening to Granny Sus as well. I happened to stop over Granny Sus because, you know, it's a conference aftermath. And they're all pivoting about the conference. So literally, I have to stop over Granny Sus and listen to Wagwan. Marie, how are you? Chopper John came out. Marlon Morgan came out. And they sussed it and they spin it. But not once I heard Cliff Hughes mention the disgraceful debacle with Mega, and not just with Mega, the standoff, because Cliff Hughes cannot say he's not aware of the standoff across the country, where they make sure Mega and everybody make sure I demand money to go to conference. And Cliff Hughes act, for the time that I was listening, Cliff Hughes act like he was not aware of it. But definitely, as always, Georgina Wagwan, definitely, as always, Chopper John, what's the rather call him? The Morgan one, they were so definitely jubilant. And hear all sort that we not hear and see what we not see. But then again, each to their own, them have to hear where them hear. But the disgrace that went across the country, that happened live on social media, Cliff Hughes as a journalist act like him don't hear it and see it. Me never listen him in entirely for a long time today, so me can't judge him on all of the points. But when him talk to those two prominent people like Chopper John and Marlon Morgan, I would expect him to bring up certain point, given that they were advancing all the spins. I would have expected him to put points to them like the standoff across the country, the non-acknowledgement of the veterans who are bowing out, like Audley Shaw Henry, and Samuda. Nothing like that. But what Chopper John went often. Chopper John went off on PEARNEL Charles's daughters. Chopper John ne have to tell we say no a PEARNEL Charles that time attack. And not for once Cliff Hughes asked Chopper John, who is he referring to? Because Cliff Hughes and Chopper John and everybody knows that we know a Chopper John and PEARNEL Charles Two Daughters at war. Christine Gilbert, how are you? But he went off on a limb and he make sure, I said, this is the time, I never even crap him out. This is the time, Delroy, how are you? For Andrew make changes in the party because there are people that their agenda doesn't line with the party agenda or the party policy. Who else other than PEARNEL Charles Two Daughters and Chopper John at war over the leader? And if you notice, PEARNEL Charles Two Daughters never get staged yesterday at all. So the division, no matter how much, we now go dress it up and put pan plate, give way. There is a widening division. The caller asked Cliff if he had watched the PMP conference. Cliff said he had no better things to do with his time. Cliff are not journalists, because if you're a journalist, come and watch both conference, may have to watch them because me now go can criticize them or analyze them if me not watch them. Mr. how are you? If me not watch them, me now go can analyze them. So never mind Cliff with him partisans tax protecting self anyway. But Chopper John went off on a limb today. So expect the division and the widening between Andrew and the Charleses them to widen because Chopper John has been out on the attack. Whatever. But then again, Lord, that's why you can't follow mouth, you know. Because you see two mouth no cut straight way. If mouth did cut straight way, mouth with a careful way it say. Remember, say you know, PEARNEL Charles was one of the staunchest supporter of Andrew Holness when the integrity brouhaha come out with it. Remember, say he was one of the loudest vice Paulette Lewis. How are you? He was one of the loudest vice Raymond G. Championing, trying to tear down the Integrity Commission, all in front of the committee as well. He, because the firebrand hog bat him out, Everard never did it. So PEARNEL Charles was the agitator, Colleen Allen. PEARNEL Charles was the agitator then in the last IC hearing. But no sooner after that, we realize there's a deepening division between the Charleses them. Come here, Chopper John said today. Remember how them get appointed and get them position, you know. So he wants them out. Let's see him say now that Andrew have the momentum and the people behind him. Andrew need to make some tough choices, Jeanette Jones. Andrew need to make some tough choices. But you see, like how Cliff Hughes, not see the disgrace, we are here to remind Cliff Hughes. Because Cliff Hughes, you now go walk and talk whole conference, good or whatever. Or you now go join because I notice Cliff have them queue up this morning for come on Chopper John, Marlon, Morgan, him have them queue up to come and spew the narrative. But what Cliff Hughes never did is ask a lot of the counter things or questions that he should have or a journalist would have asked Durant Clark. No, me didn't have to watch him today because me did expect the brutal spinning today. But it's the attack that Chopper John went out on the Charleses. Because even though in the call no name, we know say PEARNEL CHARLES Two Daughters attack. Him never have to call no name. But not once Cliff Hughes asked him, who are you referring to? Because the way Chopper John was speaking, you know, one of the people who Chopper John is speaking to is in the cabinet. Michelle Charles is not in the cabinet, is she? Michelle Charles is not in the cabinet, not from my understanding. So PEARNEL Charles Jr. I remember tell Andrew to remove from the cabinet because I tell Andrew to make tough choices. But not once Cliff as a journalist. Cliff who monitors social media. Cliff who see all of the bangarang and broke down we are going over social media. And Cliff not see the disgrace with Mega yesterday. Cliff don't see that if Andrew Holness never buy passengers across the country, conference room would arena would have empty yesterday. This is not something for one of a jubilant about, because I hear you all talking about messaging. The unstoppable one. How are you? I hear you all talking about how the messaging was great, how the messaging stood out, and we were expecting more. There was a lot of people we expect to hear from. We expect to hear more of your successes. We honestly expect to hear more. What we heard is the same old narratives over and over again. That's why there was nothing shocking other than Juliet asking for respect. It was not really anything shocking. LeBron Stoker. I heard Dr. Nadine Spence come out. Cannot somebody not pull Andrew private parts out of Dr. Nadine Spence's mouth? Why is she flattering over the Prime Minister? I find it hard to believe, Dr. Spence. Why are you fluttering and flaunting over the Prime Minister? Dr. Nadine Spence will just dress up anything for the Prime Minister. What is wrong with you, Dr. Nadine Spence? That's what you know. What is wrong with Dr. Nadine Spence? Boy, if you say a Dr. Nadine Spence Mark Andrew book, yes, I feel she Mark Andrew book at school because everything for Andrew, Nadine Spence give him a okay. Norman Ferguson, how are you? Everything for Andrew Holness, Dr. Nadine Spence give him a hooky. I don't know what's wrong with that woman, you know. It look like she don't have no fear assessment in her. Sometimes as much as Granny Sus bias, I prefer to listen to Granny Sus than them. Because one thing Granny Sus said to them, Delroy Henry, is having that crowd at conference is all well and good, but getting them to the polls is a different thing. I'm not really speaking verbatim, but basically that's what he was saying. But I don't see where Andrew Holness told us anything surprising yesterday. I don't see Andrew Holness tell us anything that he will do or will put in place that we expect him to put in place within the next 8 to 9 months. Given some of the things that he have lapsed on in 8 years, such as fighting corruption, impeachment bill, a crime plan, 40 how much? How much? 44 people murdered last week. But Oris Changa Andrew said crime is going down. 44 murders reported last week. Was the bloodiest 7-day period since the start of the year. But every day we are being rammed, it's been rammed down our throat that crime is down. I really oh, never mind the capital dons. I don't know how Portland people get themselves in a this year disgraceful. Andrew, I'm telling you, say no. Yesterday, it was a day out for a lot of people, for broke pocket people, for hungry people, for nothing for the boring people. Get one free t-shirt and $5,000 plus a KFC 2-piece. It was a day out for a lot of people. It was just simple that. Because there was a lot of people. Me now listen to the JPS, promise you. Anytime, rather be PNP, and PNP may go come on to know in a bit. Anytime any one of them start talk to you about hydropower, solar power, then we will listen to them. But don't tell me anything else if them not carry those discussion to us. Them not talking about cheaper and more affordable energy. If them did want to lift some of the weight off our shoulder, them would advance solar energy. But because if it is solar energy, them now go get the rob and thief found with every day. So me now listen to them and them energy rebate, them energy non-tax, them energy this and them cheaper energy. A lie, don't go so. Not one thing don't go so. Trust me. All right, PNP. Let me spend few little time on it before me go back to Mega and them lot. Question to Mark Golden and the People's National Party. Is the People's National Party positioned in all constituencies across the country should Andrew Holness call a snap general election? The party machine appears ready. The question is, though, is the party positioning Mark Golden and Dayton Campbell, Angela Brown Burke? Is the party positioning ready across the country should there be a snap general election? You have all your MP caretakers in all constituencies, Sophia Hall, ready to challenge every seat and every crevice and curb. So if you play Juliet Holnett speech, what a burden. Whoa, don't put burden on me. Juliet Holnett, what did Juliet Holnett say? What did Juliet Holnett or Juliet Catburn say instead? Oh God, don't put that burden on me. No, so that's a burden. There's something there. A burden. Kathleen Reed said PNP is ready. I didn't know. And another thing for the People's National Party, while we are only 8 to 9 months away, it could be any time closer, because what you have to look at Mark Golding and the People's National Party, Marcia Biro, the Jamaica Labour Party convinced themselves that they have came out of the conference with momentum. The momentum, done it, Harriet, is what the People's National Party displayed. We did not hear it yesterday, Lord Jesus. Done it now want if we play. 2 people want if we play. Una have to go vote in the comment. 1, if you don't want to hear Juliet Holnett's speech play, and 2, if you don't want to hear it play. So 1, if you don't want to hear it, and 2, if you don't want to hear it. So back to the People's National Party. So 1, if you don't want to hear it, 2, if you don't want to hear it. Backside, 1 a win. Murder. So while 1 a win, so we have to go. I'm going to play from the Prime Minister's Facebook page, because I'm going to have to cut out the copyright when we're done, because I think that's why it may cut out from other people. But let's look at Juliet Provada. Yes, let's continue to talk to the People's National Party while I get to Sanjo's page. It is time, in my view, for the People's National Party to start put forward to us some policies for people to debate. Put forward some of your policies where you know, say, Andrew Nago can thief and wrap up within the next 9 months. But I think it is fair that we are being surfaced with policies in order to know what we are going to be, or what the people are going to be voting for the People's National Party for. I think Andrew did clip out Juliet's speech on him page, you know. All right, let me pull up this and drag it through, because I think I know about where it possibly is. Hold on, let me. Boring Colleen Davis. Let me drag and find it and bring it in. Thief in Bobby Montague. We thief off the vehicle money them. Lord, tougher than thou.
Have a strong leader who has come from very humble beginnings and has stayed humble and committed to working to improve the lives of the Jamaican people. Our leader, Labour Rights, has a strong track record of actively putting in place the policies which ensure socio-economic development. It is under the watch of Andrew Holness that we have navigated
Gardens dancers to the 81st anniversary conference. Did when they had the chance. In 2013, they did less than 10 farm roads.
The boy move. You give the laptop.
I bring
Labor rights, I love it. It look like them find the video. Thank you, labor rights. When you leave this meeting, when you're going out in the streets, when them say what we're going to do, tell them forward ever, backward, forward ever, forward ever.
What we do on that day is to vote JLP, voting sweet.
Thank you. Labor rights. Let's now welcome the Member of Parliament for East Rural St. Andrew, Juliet.
all right. Showers of blessings, Buster Manti, labor rights. Showers of blessings, Donald Sangster, Hugh Shearer, Edward Siaga, Bruce Golding, labor rights. And you know, showers of blessings, Andrew Wholeness, labor rights.
Shout, 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 shout. JLP.
I can't hear the bro God labor rights them. Showers of blessings. I bring you greetings from my constituency, the great East Rural St. Andrew. Yes, from the mountains to the sea, massive place. I'll tell you, you know that I'm always bigging up the man them. However, today, my job is to remind you that the Jamaica Labour Party has a strong track record of actively supporting and empowering our women. Labour rights, a long time we are doing it. From about 1948, when Madame Rose Leon became the first female to be the chairperson, at the time it was chairman, the chairwoman of a national political movement. Yes, labor rights. From them time there, we promote women.
Strength of a woman. Strength of a woman.
All right. Fast forward to about 2020 general election. I remember our party. Yes, our party. We fielded the most female candidates in the history of Jamaica. Yes. People may wonder why we did it. It is because we empower women. It is because we know that women are key to the role that we play in developing and maintaining the stability in any society. Labor rights. It is no coincidence that the Jamaica Labour Party currently has the most parliamentarians that have ever served in the history of Jamaica between the upper and the lower houses of parliament. And labor rights, we can tell us I'm a proud boss. Because every time I go to represent Jamaica and other countries talk about how they promote women, very often they talk about quota. They have to insist a certain amount of women have to represent the country. But you don't have to do that for Labour Party because we promote women in politics.
Me no depend on nobody because me have me money. Can't tell me how to spend it because I feel me money. No depend on nobody because me have me money. Can't tell me how to spend it.
Yes, Labour rights. We promote women because we care about women. We support our mothers' labor rights. We support our women in business labor rights.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know that she's boring, but we have to play it because the vote win to play Juliet's speech yesterday. So we have to listen to the bullshit. We know sometimes, we listen to a lot of bullshit on TikTok, so we can tolerate Juliet for a few minutes.
We support our girls so that they're educated labor rights. We support our farming women labor rights. Once you're a woman, this Labour Party cares and show care for you. Labor rights, if you want more evidence that the Jamaica Labour Party is about promoting women and that we believe in the philosophy and that guess what? We not pretend to support women. Labor rights, just the other day, under the Jamaica Labour Party, we had the first female finance minister in the history of Jamaica.
Who won the world, girls? Who won the world, girls? Who won the world, girls? Who won the world?
Labor rights, we have been consistent from 2016. My heart bus, where is Kamina Johnson Smith, appointed Jamaica's first female foreign affairs and trade minister. I mean, I tell you, she set history with our performance.
Who won the world, girls? Who won the world, girls? Who won the world, girls? Who won the world, girls?
Yes, we believe in promoting women because we care for our women. Conference, as we gather here today, and we're talking about women, I want our young women out there, right across Jamaica, who are watching and who are...
Member Rhoda say, Seika because and choose say you, nobody can tell her all in a parliament when your eye look upon them.
Listening to this conference to appreciate that we are deliberate in our programs, in our behavior, in our attitude, in taking care of and supporting our women. Celebrate, I say to our young women all across Jamaica, every single one of them, you must aspire to the opportunity for social and economic mobility. You want guess what? Step up in a life. You must aspire for self-actualization. What that means? Anything you want to be, you can be. There is no limit. We don't do like some other people and strike down them women and give them bad pull. The Jamaica Labour Party is the party that genuinely and truly builds women. See me out. Labor rights, we actively empower women, we promote them, we support them, we protect them. We don't just talk about it, we actively do it. And our men are not at all intimidated by strong women. Labour Party, it is also a fact that our administration was responsible for recommending for appointment our first female Court of Appeal judge. I will leave it right there, so I felt good when I saw our first female head of the army. You know how wonderful it is to know that the Jamaica Labour Party is moving Jamaica forward, so that first world countries actually want to emulate us. My Jamaican family, there is no doubt at all that the Jamaica Labour Party is the party of choice for women. We have strongly and actively taken steps to protect our women. Where is Babsy? Where is Babsy? Stand up, Babsy. Olivia, Babsy Grange.
Mr. Babsy, I'm like confused with who you are. Hello. Hello, Tom. Him say Babsy. Babsy, Tom. Babsy. It seems as if you're confused with who you are. You drink and smoke too much before you come a conference till you don't even realize who you be. Tom. She said Babsy. Babsy. Ba. Hold it. Ta. Get in there. Babsy, she said. Damn fool.
One of our Jamaica Labour Party's stalwart woman, yes, she responded to domestic abuse by what was called at the time, a nice word, intimate partner violence. She established the first domestic violence victim centers right across Jamaica to protect and to sustain. And guess what? When I visited, I kept wondering, how comes they didn't have any addresses? How comes nobody knew where to find them? And I realized my minister made sure that these facilities no one could find because it was to protect our women.
No, that is a lie and a fluff. You're a government minister, it's a government policy. You would know about it. Shut your gob, idiot.
We as a party have moved to establish a center of teenage mothers. Under the leadership of said Olivia Babsy Grange, our minister, the Sexual Harassment Act was passed, and we are currently reviewing the Domestic Violence Act. We also established a 24-hour hotline for victims of domestic violence. Conference, I want to especially big up Babsy Grange for the work she has done, because I have seen the impact that it has had on our young girls. I have seen the impact that it has had on our mothers. I have seen the impact it has had on the women of Jamaica. Keep doing your great work. You are the undisputed champion of the women in Jamaica. Labour Party, we respect women. Our party respects women. That is why we increased the maternity leave. It used to be 40 days. Now, 60 days paid leave, labor rights.
You say foreign country want emulate their good thing, yeah. The both labor right and PNP. This is disgraceful in 2024 that paid maternity leave is only 6 days. Why England would have want to emulate that little girl when here is minimum 9 months paid maternity leave? Hello? And them have maternity and paternity where you can swap and share. So why you think England would have want to emulate the 60 day when them a give 9 months? Lady, what is your problem? Like, seriously, what is your problem? What are you trying to say that you think we won't be able to understand? Or that we don't understand that you're talking gibberish and rubbish? Why do you think somebody would want to emulate something that take the people's social life down or backwards? Are you dumb? See a woman?
We allow women the chance to go home and recuperate with their children during pregnancy. And it is a joy for them to have 20 more days with pay of motherhood. Look here, labor rights. I could have gone on and on and on, but Desmond soon comes up. Because in enough things we do labor rights, we promote, we demonstrate, we show our respect to our women. And if I listed them, I can tell you, I could have taken up all the time. Roga time, Desmond time, every time. So in closing labor rights, I want you to do something special for me. We don't talk enough. Don't leave it to the ministers. Don't leave it to the MPs. Don't leave it to the councillors. Every single labor right out there, go out and remind every Jamaican about the work of this Jamaica Labour Party. I can call the examples. I know one of my women in Bull Bay who today enjoys a 2-bedroom concrete house. You know, in your rural communities, women who are farmers who are doing very, very well because of the policies of this government. I can pick out a young lady now completing her studies to be a medical doctor, and she says, oh God, thanks.
You can pick out one. Auntie Dana can pick out holy. Woman, move. Move, woman, move.
The Jamaica Labour Party government. This Jamaica Labour Party understands that our women are key to our families, our communities, our society, and ultimately Jamaica. Labor rights, we not stop promote women. We not stop pick them up. We not stop train them.
I study heathen done. I know Rhoda the youngest MP in a Jamaica Parliament. Is there a younger female MP in the Parliament than Rhoda? Can somebody answer me, please? Is there a younger MP, female MP, in the Parliament than Rhoda Moy Crawford? Anybody know? Hello, anybody? Tony Duncan. Anybody? Hello? Anybody out there? What? Murder! No. Who is the youngest? Debbie said, I think she is. Who's the youngest female MP in our parliament? Dorothy. Keep hitting the like button, people. Keep tapping the like button. Make sure on a like up the live and share up the live. Come take the live to 200 for me, please. I think Rhoda is the youngest female. Most people are saying some people are saying Rhoda. I think Rhoda is the youngest. Where she come from talking about load of crap, the UK women get minimum of 9 months maternity leave, and some women get more than that. Some women get up to 12 months, yeah. Some women get up to 12 months maternity leave here. But I think 9 months of it is full paid maternity leave. So I don't know what Juliet Holness is talking about. Anne-Marie Vaz. It's broke down. So no man, Anne-Marie Vaz can younger than Rhoda on a mad. Me wouldn't go hold Anne Marie Vaz and beat him and ask him, are we hard life do or we not do we? I think Rhoda is the youngest. Colleen Brownhead, Elga Fletcher, Valerie. If you're paying tribute to so much women, Juliet, my problem is why Vasa? You run around the crevice corner and curb, talk about every other woman, every other exceptional woman, in the Jamaica Labour Party, but you have not spoken of Rhoda, which, if she's the youngest JLP female, it would be exceptional in the exceptional females that you are outlining. Lawrence would. So, me not understand, Norma. But I don't know, Juliet's speech, it was a whole lot of nothing. It was just bravados. Just saying it because it's conference and I have to say it. But it's not saying it because it is something meaningful. It is something that I believe in. It is something that I expect thinking people to believe, because you have tribal people who will no doubt believe all of what she's saying. Gravitate up. But she knows well-thinking, critical thinking people knows that she's speaking fluff. So for the commentators I hear talking about the messaging was on point and all of that, I don't know from whom, if they could point out the messaging they're talking about, Clifton Atkinson, so we can go and see if we can hear the message that they were trying to bring forward. But the messaging, who you say in the late 50s, beat and teach? I think Rhoda may be the youngest picnic around Parliament there. Rhoda and a girl in her 30s. So the messaging, what them I talk about, I do not get it. But Galilee all tough all rock. Rhoda the youngest one, man. So I don't know why she don't pay tribute to Rhoda exceptional. If you point out all these exceptional JLP women. Look, Pam Babsy were they board up Fanciaga days. Fanciaga them time Babsy they board up and nail up like all hosts in the JLP. And you recognize Babsy and Rhoda come break a spell and say young people can do this too, like old tough Babsy. And you just walk over, so just like how you allow everybody to walk over in Parliament. Andrew, I have a message for you. Where's the audio on this? Oh no, where's the other one with the thing sliding down there? This here which part again? I swear there was audio on this. I don't know why the audio isn't playing on it. I'm sure there was an audio on this thing. Or am I drinking mad piss like Juliet Holness? Or there's no audio on it. There was no audio on it. I mean, what you say, a vase hold this, yeah? So when a vase hold there. But me have one with Andrew and one bridge away there again. Hold on, me need to Come if you get some, put that one there. In this studio. Let me put this next to I could go and listen mega while I put Andrew and something in this studio. We're greedy. Longfoot mega. The Longfoot mega, where you there? No, start with the first one.
Bumbo clad! Come on the screen, the people. Come on the screen, the people. Yo! Yeah, man, Mega know what I'm disgusting. Fuck! No know what I'm disgusting, so you would. Bumbo clad! Yo, Mr. Youth, I want the worst most this stuff. Cherry pan cause I swear to God, bro. All of them come for Bumbo clad, money for Bumbo clad. The money then come from my side. 254 people. The money then come from.
You can write this on the envelope in the account code.
The envelope account code. Yeah. The 26.
No, 27. 27.
Yeah, drive. I tell them. I want to someone like that. No, I'm not doing nothing.
No, you see, alright, I'm sure how I come young now. Listen, you see, Mega not deal with things calm neither. In a real life, all my mother, he not deal with things calm neither. All him to do, I check time and blood clot what he do. He go and into abyss. I swear you. That's why I'm not lock up my life, you know. On the top of the screen for me there. Top of the screen for me there, people. Top of the screen for me there. I watch this place in our bus. Top of the screen there, people. Top of the screen there, people.
5,000 can't move. 5,000 can't move now.
Top of the screen there, people, and enjoy money.
Mega, take us here. Mega.
Hear him. Watch out. Watch him. Nonsense, man. How long if you go on, everybody go on the bus and then the money share out. But nobody has Mega hear somebody say one thing cause Mega jump up and start custom the whole place. I know so it work.
Me still fit work on a video. I want to bring Andrew on one and Bridge and River and when fixed together in a one.
Yo, right now, I 300 people there on the live, I know they watch the live, I know. On no go on with no antonization, on no go on with. On no fuck. Well, I'm a people. And no boy can't tell me to lock off my live, you know. Nobody can tell me that with my phone. Yo, fuck on my phone. I'm a pass to that, my father. Yo, that be nice, man. No money on my yard, nigga. Share out the money out the share out, nigga. All right, nigga.
Yes, I get done yet. We not get done yet.
Mega, you check out it, who, check out it. 25. Yeah.
Mega too hungry and antagonizing. I could show you one, remind Andrew of one of the work. I remember Andrew come on the outline. Oh God. Marlon Morgan believe this. Chopper John believe this. That Andrew can fix all of these roads what Andrew promised. I heard probably it's in Edmund Bartlett constituency, you know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Chopper John and Marlon Morgan believe that if Andrew get on with the road work, help people with the JPS bill, the deduction or whatever them say, they will get the votes that will take them to their third term. They really believe in it. But let's remind Andrew say, just like at the Vaz hole there, the Juliet Cuthbert hole, and all of those hole, Chai Bridge, where you go out and the bulldozer pop down in there and drop down in there, we don't hear gunfire about it. From the bulldozer drop down in a Chai Bridge. We want to remind you, remember the board bridge, where there what me I call the bridge, and I call board over Sinting. Me I call it the board bridge, where they walk on with the Prime Minister. Remember, you know, you walk on fixing. You know, you walk on giving out Prime Minister. Minister plenty. Minister money enough. Minister promises. New, old, and none at all, Minister. Remember those holes across the country.
Yeah, man. So taxpayer money go around here, so. Darrell Vaz and then contractor friend them. Craig Mill Bridge, you know. Labor right bypass. You gonna see there again, brother. Yeah, man. So taxpayer money go around here, so. Darrell Vaz and then contractor friend them. Craig.
So run around and make up the knives them for fool with. And then the thing them turn out.
So taxpayer money go around here, so.
Than there was before.
Darrell Vaz and then contractor friend them. Craig Mill Bridge, you know. Labor right bypass. You gonna see there again, brother. Yeah, man. So taxpayer money go around here, so. Darrell Vaz and then contractor friend them.
Remember Juliet Cuthbert said whole heap of disturbing hole as well. All up and down fair constituency. All start a disturbing hole these politicians have across them constituency. Left, right, and center. And them never manage to do it in 8 years. And they're expecting us to trust them and believe them that they're going to accomplish all of these brouhaha that they have ignored from them a walk and talk in 9 months. This is Juliet Cuthbert Finn hole. I be a hole all about a Jamaica, you know. Hole upon hole upon hole upon hole. Babsy ha hole, Andrew ha hole, Angela Brownberg have hole, Mark Golden have hole. Everybody have hole in a Jamaica, you know. everybody. When it come to the roads in Jamaica, both Labour Right and PNP guilty. And look back on this one. Wait there. When you look pan, hold on. Right, look at this video. You look at the layer. That road would probably only be paved twice in its lifetime. Look at the layer at the edge and see how much time Rhoda born 88. So Rhoda a little girl, Rhoda the youngest one there. Look at the edge of the thing, the break off, and see how much time that road paved. How much time that road structure in its lifetime. A dirt road where I drive pan, you know. A dirt road where I drive pan, that's why we road them can't hold no water pressure anymore. The least like a water system we get, we road mash up. And we live in an island where we're susceptible to water. We have a lot of hurricane, we have heavy rainfall at times. And because of how them build the things them, because of how them ignore them left mash up and pop up. I don't know what that woman you talk about, you know. Whether that woman will come in a 2015, in our 2015 shirt. Because 2015, Karen Wilson. 2015, people believed the prosperity argument. So as to why you take up the old dirty shirt and come back with again, I must about 9 conference now, you wear the A1 t-shirt there, and you still don't get the message. So this whole thing called prosperity is far-fetched. How can we, as a stupid nation, believe something you've been promising us from 2015 up until 2024, we don't get it yet. And all of a sudden, you go glorious pull out a magic wand and you go just wave it so. And within 8-9 months, we get what we never get in 8-9 years. How you do math so good, sir? How for your math so good? You do less in a more time or more in a less time. How for your maths them so good? Boy, you must work with the British them, because the British them I get done, so when they come to maths, and maybe that's why I can't check. But your maths really good. Really good. That the things them where you couldn't do in 8-9 years, you're going to do them in 8-9 months. What a clever Prime Minister. You should clap for yourself, shouldn't you? You should clap for yourself. Rejoice, Prime Minister. You have created history. You have broken down the time barrier, haven't you? Because you never accomplish it in 9 years. But you want to do it in 9 months. Oh, how Flash and Superman and Zorro and all those people who go to space and time have given Andrew their powers to do in 9 months that this Prime Minister failed miserably to do in 9 years. Work out the maths, the Prime Minister. Even me, the capital drop out of basic school, dunce. No, that don't work, able. Talk truth. Me, the basic school dunce, Prime Minister. No, say it hard. But you say you will accomplish it. We're still down and watch, you know. We're still, because you know your problem is you spend, and transform as well, you spend more time walking around telling lies, trying to convince us, than actually doing things to convince us. Are you aware, Prime Minister, that is one of your biggest failure? You know, sit down and do things, you know. You walk up and down and you twirl in front of camera like Hannah, like Lisa Hannah or Michelle Charles. Always in front of camera. If you had sit down and do your job, if you had delegated the whole heap of job, greedy Prime Minister, your gut pocket and lap full. Give some of your lazy 39 whole heap of thief them some of the job. Take some of the job off of Yandina hand. Yandina too greedy Prime Minister. Oh, Yandina hungry, so Yandina related to Mega. Oh, Yandina one can perform so much octopus job at the same time. How no one has so much hand? How no one can listen to so much different people and member? How no one can write and one can read for the rest of their life? That's why uno so dunce and even when you get a speech for present in front of we, uno fumble and mumble in front of we and can't get it out properly. Because uno do too much. Prime Minister, take off some of the job off of your hand. Christopher. Take off some off of Dana Dixon. Uno need to free up on your hands so uno can actually do something. Free up on the hand so you can actually do something. But this nonsense of uno ado, and we soon see we so we're not blind, you know. I'm sure we're not. What you want to wash your eye with salt water? Or you want us to have dog spirit? To see the shadow in front of us, because your economic stability and growth in a Prime Minister is merely a shadow. That's why you tell us so you're going to turn it into brick and mortars, tangible benefits, brick and mortar benefits, Prime Minister. Because you know the one that you've been telling us about, it's merely a shadow. It's just there. It's just been said. Is it a reality though? The shadow and the person have the same shape, Prime Minister. But is the shadow a reality of the person? And a socio-economic nonsense go. And boy, you're not afraid to throw it out at us whenever you get the opportunity. I wonder what Montague is talking about.
We in the Labour Party know that it is time to change course. We in the Labour Party know that it is time to change course. We in the Labour Party know that it is time to change course.
Ransford McLean, good evening. We in the Labour Party know that it is time to change course. I wonder what he means. We can make up all our meaning, people. Support the program, please. We can make up all of the meaning what we think he means, but what does he really mean by saying that? Because for you all to be chanting about how great of a conference it was, and it was the best conference ever. I mean, couldn't you have done it a bit more respectfully? I mean, even a lot of us who really don't care about them feel pitiful for them, because bad service as it is, corrupt and crooked as the service is, they may have given our country years of service. And you mean to say, on a final conference, and you couldn't do a special for Ardleshaw, Mike Henry, and Carl Samuda? Are you saying Babsy is contesting another election? JC become deputy area 2 leader or whatever, so JC is contesting another election? Because remember, JC said to us, him have him only for £5,000 $5,000 put down, so the demonstrator them fi come good. Allow me I tell JC, talk if allow me I tell. JC said them fi come good. Me have all heap. Wanna push up the likes yet, people? Wanna like when me get in a hissy fits? Let me see if I like when me get in a hissy fits. Not say when the like how the like reach 200, one of the top, you know, one of the continue once more on that on there. The best you can do, as well as watching the live, is hit the like button as appreciation. Me tired out my eye all day. Do graphics and all sorts for me galangin. And me never prepare a worthwhile program, but I am myself still tired and me come out here. And want me to still quarrel over hitting the like button. One want me to act like pig like Edward Warmington. You act like pig like Edward Warmington, you know. Me know how to rub in a mother, me know how to rub pan tree like Edward Warmington. Alright? So you can hit the like button. The Easy Jerk World must busy me not see him tonight. Oh dear. Anyway, Cliff Hughes, I see my color. Remember, say, when you do your journalism, Sweeney, you have to ask even the uncomfortable questions as well. Because it's not like it's a hearsay. The debacle that unfolded across the country yesterday, at least we have positive evidence of one Cliff Hughes. And you could have put it to Chopper John or Marlon Morgan, that what are their thoughts on the Prime Minister and his MPs buying bodies to attend conference. That is why nobody was listening. That's why people was outside partying, gambling, paying, lewd, and all sort of different money-making game. People was carrying on outside. People have never really come for conference. Done it. How are you? People came for a day out. It was a day out for a lot of people. Marcia Este, how are you? For a lot of people, it was just day out. And because they might get the little food if you fatten them and make you kill them off, and the $5,000 we cannot fill the cheapest prescription where they might go get after they name the KFC and them end up a hospital. Because remember, so them have to go buy the boom out of it. So by the time them buy the boom out of it and them sick and go a doctor, after them name the taste bad KFC and drink the Chinese rum and boom and mash up themselves, then the money where them have can't buy the cheapest prescription where doctor give them, or can't pay for the test where doctor go send them, go Mandeville or one of them private friend go take. But Them vote for them people and them go sell themselves and support. And the entire Jamaica, you know. Me say all my community. Me see young men from my community yesterday, thick and fast, in the F-ray as well. And the worst thing is, these youths know Flight Green don't come around them. Flight Green don't do nothing for them. You see, like when it come to dance time and them something that when Flight Green knows only if a dance in the community or across yes, Marcia, or across his constituency where Flight Green do, him go around and him hold mic, him take mic, and him go on like him is one of them, him open bar, and him behave down to earth and all that. Just to get a vote because him knows that them love them belly. Miranda Rado. But when it come to really doing something of support for the youths, the driver got 10 grand. That worthless rotted. How much him make on a normal day doing the chips up and down in galangin. But never mind them, everybody at Jamaica cheap. Everybody in a labor right. Not let's blame it on the entire Jamaica. Labor rights cheap. So when the PNP have conference and we never see anything like this, even if it go on, we never see anything like this a pop off and a go on across the country. And there was really a standoff across the country for people until them get them envelope. People don't want to board the bus. This wasn't the one with mega them wasn't the only one. There was many standoff across the country, Jenny. There was many standoff across the country. And if they didn't make sure them buy the sick me food and give them the $5,000 and the t-shirt, conference would have been flopper than it is. But if we don't claim there is such momentum from the conference, then I think this is the best time to call the general election. Call the general election before another integrity investigation report surface. The credibility of the party is only going to get more dire and lower once more reports surface. So if you think that the momentum is on your side, the voting popularity is on your side, your electoral machine is ready, then call the election. I mean, a government which claims to be so popular, have so much success, particularly economic success. I don't know why such a government would be afraid from calling a general election if they are certain that their track record have secured their third term. Call it, no, sir. And put it all to bed and make the country go to rest and know, say, the country want bro God to do it again. Do it again, bro God. Oh, do it again. The country want bro God to do it again. Call the election. You have the momentum, Prime Minister. You have the confidence. Call the election. Where I wait for, sir? You're going to wait till rain come and wet you up out there, and by the time we don't really want to touch you again. Mystic Vibes, good evening. Call the election. The momentum is yours. You have the success rating. You have so much. Because Prime Minister, let's face it, the things that you say you are going to do within the next 9 months, it is impossible. I mean, the baby that has been thrown out with the bathwater at conference yesterday wouldn't believe that. If you think those promises are going to put you back in favor with the Jamaica people after 9 years of failure, Prime Minister, I mean, aren't you a bit too warped for that now? I think you can hear the people loudly across the country, loudly, that they have not seen anything of what you have promised. So to waste the little momentum that you have, I think it's political suicide. You should take this momentum. Trust me, Prime Minister. It's not gonna go well from here on. Take the momentum now. If you lose this plunge, you've lost the third term. Trust me. If you don't take this plunge, you will have lost the third term. Lord Jesus, we don't want him to call the election. We don't push him and boots him, no? And tell him how strong him is, how successful him is, and his third term is secure. We don't care if we boots him to call the election. I love when people boots him, you know. Carleen Thomas. Him love when people boots him. So me quit boost him up to call the election. Because you know him ego big. And you see if you hold him ego and you stroke it like dog head or stroke it like puss head, trust me, him will do it. So make we boost him. Hey. No, sir. Make we stroke the cat's ego, please. Let us all stroke the cat's ego. Because at the only way we're going to get a snap election. Stroke the cat's ego. Tell the cat how well he's doing, how popular he is, how secure his third term is, how sure his promises are. No, make we boost him up. We want the election now. Boost him up and tell him how great he is. Making call the election. Because I know them ego big and corrupt. So just hold the cat and stroke it. And you will see if the cat no roll over upon him back damn fool. Because according to them have momentum. People hungry like our. Even the people that want to pay the $5,000 yesterday, hungry, I kill them this morning. Hungry, I kill them tonight. The hungry people them want to pay the penny farthing and the quatty. The penny farthing and the quatty want to pay the people them. Hungry, I kill them this morning. Them get up a belch hard because the half-cooked chicken and the rum and bum tore up them stomach overnight. And them get up a belch, uncomfortable feeling, pounding chest, and can't buy sugar for mix a cup of tea. Worthless set of people them. Call the election, your Prime Minister, make we vote for you. And give back your third term. Make you equal up yourself to PNP. Because that's all you want, you know. You want to say, I know PJ alone or I know PNP alone do it, you do third term too. All right, Prime Minister, we're ready to support you. Anyway, 2 pence, Yes. 2 pence and farden. No, 2 pence and farden amount. $5,000 in a 2024. A 2 pence and farden. You can't go to supermarket. You go to supermarket, you're confused. You don't know which the cheapest or which item to buy to come out with something like a did shop you go. And at that them go sell themselves cheap old sod. Andre is an abuser, you know that. You know what you did yesterday was financial and emotional abuse. They should have one abuse when they poverty abuse. Because what you did yesterday, Prime Minister, was poverty abuse. You send round buses, go pick up hungry people, go pick up boring now nothing for the people. We're boring and want a day out. Half of them you see there never left their community before and send free vehicle and $5,000 for them to give them a drive out. But then again, you have to look upon it on another angle. You can't be too harsh with the people them sometimes. You see stress on the plantation will drive you to do some unnecessary things. Me not lie. The stress and the harsh life on the plantation would drive you to do some unnecessary things, but don't mean to them things that are to be condoned and portrayed or supported, because they are abuse, a poverty abuse and financial abuse. Then if they have one abuse named poverty abuse, because they have something like poverty abuse. You're using people poverty against them in order to attain power for yourself. And what you do with the power when we give it to you? Stick 2 fingers up at us. That's all I'm doing, you know. Stick 2 fingers up at us and do nothing to support us. Anyway, I'm going to go to my bed now. I them feel tired. I'm looking at screen all day. I have to go save my item to look for Andrew disgrace. Can it come, you know? It had come. It is coming. Andrew Holness's disgrace is certainly nigh. So I'm going to rest my eye to watch the Prime Minister disgrace. Because this fall is going to be greater than Miss Muffet's fall. You understand, Andrew? Anyway, thank you all very much. Hunger abuse, no job abuse. Thank you all very much for being here this evening on the Global Television Group. Join us back tomorrow morning for the people's point of view. And the people say to Andrew Holness, call it, Andrew, call it. Good night from the Global Television Group.
I truly believe our political system needs some fixing. Too much you hear about corrupt politicians and nothing happen. Too much you hear about politicians who take away poor people money and none of them reach in jail. And to the young people at home or wherever you are, and to all Jamaicans, I have one question for you. Take a look at your communities. Take a look at the sliding dollar. Take a look at the failing healthcare and ask yourselves, where is the progress? Where is the progress that this arrogant and disrespectful government keeps talking about? With this existing callous government, matters have gone from bad to worse.